So let's start talking about pools. Yeah, I brought this up a couple weeks ago about our big announcement that we are going to put a pool in the backyard. And I thought I would just start with how we started and how we thought about it. We have lived in this house now for 3 years. We have a very nice rectangular backyard that we landscaped a year ago, just in the back corners. And our big question was, can we even do this? First of all, our house is rather small. It's like 1,200 to 1,250 square feet. We have a garage that is attached right there, so there's no way of getting back there on that side. And on that side, it's really tight. So we didn't know if it was even a possibility. So what we did is we started listening. Well, on jobs a lot, I'm with people, helping them with picking out stuff for their pools and pavers and, you know, the inside colors of pools and stuff like that. So I've been listening for a long time and thought let's start interviewing people and pool builders and see if this is even a possibility. Well, every single one was like, oh, it's not a problem at all. It's a matter of taking down a little bit of fence on the side there. Our neighbors are really nice. So that was going to work. So then we knew we could move forward. Then was the process of interviewing each one and finding out, trying to kind of compare apples to apples, which was really difficult. That's what kind of took the few months to kind of research it and find out, you know, when they're giving costs and budget, you know, is that really the same thing? That kind of stuff. But I have to say, out of 4 people we interviewed, we really liked 3 of them. And that was really difficult to choose because one we really wanted to choose to came in a lot higher. But as we just started talking, it was easy with each person. They knew I was in design too, and they said this could be a really fun process and how we do this. So it all started with this, friends. It all started with this. A little scribble in a notebook of what I knew to kind of want for the backyard. And so what that's actually called, I didn't realize that shape has a name, and it's called a modified Roman. A rectangular pool will fit very well back here. I didn't want too sharp of edges, but I wanted a little curve on it as well. But I wanted basically the classic pool that would go in this type of house, in this type of neighborhood, so it would, as I always say, don't fight your house. Like, I'm not making a tropical Miami pool back here. It doesn't make sense. But for our house, it makes sense to me, that kind of classic retro, which also means, in my humble opinion, that I wanted a lighter pool deck. So besides just making the pool, as you saw in there, there's quite a bit of pool decking. So we'll have the landscaping all the way around. The people before us put up this fence, did a great job, and so that's already there, already set. But then we put in this little bit of landscaping, and that will stay around the edges. However, when they start digging, it's going to be a mess. I have been on a lot of jobs where they're digging a pool, and it's a total mess. We'll have to move some stuff around and whatever, but we're willing to do that. The pool dig is probably not going to happen for about 6 or 7 weeks, we think, and you never know with weather in Florida, you never know with hurricanes, so it could even be longer than that. I am used to waiting for things with timelines. Timelines do not scare me, because it's just reality. However, we've heard things about the company we're using to stay pretty well on schedule and track, but I've already talked with them and I'm fine with that. So the next thing then, once they have a drawing, is they take your drawing, they take your ideas back to their place and put together the renderings, which we have. I'm going to save those for another pool talk, but then they put it together in their fancy schmancy, you know, and one of the people didn't have one of those, which I wasn't that concerned about it because I don't work with stuff like that either, but it really helps to just visualize and just see all the pieces kind of put together. The other thing we're adding out here is a shower, like a pool shower, but it'll also be like a second shower for our family and for people that come over as well, so that will be kind of a double function type of thing. Now, as far as the pool bells and whistles itself, I've said, we don't need a lot of bells and whistles. It's just a pool. It truly is just a pool. However, in our last home, which had an existing pool, they did have the waterfall thing, the sheer descent thing. And I have to say, I like hearing water as well as seeing water. So we are adding that with a little step at the end. So at the end of the pool, which you might have seen in my drawing. Again, I will show you the pictures that they put together that really just help showing it from a few different angles. What else? The decking, when I said light decking. There are not a ton of options. They don't pour a lot of concrete decks anymore unless you really, really, really push for it. I personally like concrete, however, it does crack, and I know that. But because we put in the driveway that we really like in the white with our white and red brick house, I started pushing for that, and they said a lighter travertine would be a better option for this. So I have studied, I have looked at inspiration pictures. I'm actually going to see a job here, one that they did recently. And that is kind of the lighter look that I'm going for. The other thing I'm really, really, really strong about, shocker, is color. The color of the water. There's a certain color of water I really like, and apparently it has a name called the inviting pool. Those aqua pools, the turquoise pools, that's an inviting. But actually that means there's no color in, I knew this from another job, but there's no color in the like pebble techie stuff because it reflects. So as odd as that seems, like, oh, I can't pick a white bottom pool, it'll be white, it'll be clear water. It actually doesn't. It actually colors the water. So I'm not really a blue person. I'm definitely not a lagoon person. There's all different kind of bottoms, and I just like that refreshing, again, I guess it's called inviting, pool that just looks like the classic pool. I keep saying, and everyone I was interviewing, I kept saying, I'm classic. I like classic lines. I like timeless. I don't want weird fountain, whatever. And if you have that, awesome. That's great. But I was even down to the light itself in the pool. I go, besides the color of the pool, the light itself, I like the old classic light that's a bigger light that it sends off a certain white light. So they all offer the disco lights and the colored lights, and they go, a lot of them just come with it. You can just get that. I'm like, I really don't want that. I'm telling you, I really will never have it on purple, ever, or blue, or orange, or pink. I won't. No colored light. One of them marked that down. She does not want a colored light. I'm like, no, I just want the white light. And it's got to work. We were in one house where it wasn't working, and I was ready to spend $1 million to get it, because we entertain outside all the time. And otherwise, your pool looks like a black hole if it doesn't have the right light, or a working light. So that was a big deal to me. And then when it comes down to picking the tiles right around the edge of the pool, I'll pick those very close to the watercolor, the color of the water, I should say, because that too reflects that. So we are going to have lots of fun as we start digging for this pool. I will say lastly that there is a magnolia tree above me right now that drops a heck of a lot of leaves on our deck. And it has been a thorn in our side. You'd think, oh, a magnolia tree. Well, we've got one over there. It doesn't drop. It drops the other way. It's no big deal. This one we're having taken down. And that's going to happen. And I'm probably going to videotape that actually just even on my little hand on my phone camera, because it's an interesting process to see these guys take the trees down. I think I did that a while ago when I did the trees, or the driveway. Did I videotape about that? Anyway, if not, it's a cool process, and it's truly like timber, and you see how they do it in a small area and how they bring these big trees down. Very interesting. So, having said all that, tra-la-la, happy summer to you. I know by the time our pool is actually, and pool from beginning to end will probably take about 3 months. That was another one of my questions. One of the companies was 2 months, but I understand timelines. I get it. You know, there's all of a sudden it'll be a rush. There'll be a ton of work being done. There'll be a dig. They'll spray it with shotcrete or whatever that's called. They get that whole frame done, and then they leave for a little while. So it's just kind of like hurry up and let's wait. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. So I'm a little used to that, but I'm psyched because the end result is going to be good. And if you guys are going through a project right now, just know the end result's going to be good. Hopefully you're using the right people and it will turn out well. So I hope the same for myself. Have a fantastic Tuesday. I will see you soon. And we'll be talking about a lot of stuff. I'm probably going to put out some pictures of a couple inspiration pools. It kind of made me go, that color water, that color decking, whatever. Have a fantastic day.